Today's podcast, and every podcast after that, is brought to you by the Dr. Dabber, our favorite herbal vaporizer. Or, sorry, restart. I fucked that up. It's not an herbal vaporizer. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Dr. Dabber, the #1 way to vaporize your concentrates.
The Dr. Dabber is the premier vaporizer on the market. In my personal experience, I take the thing everywhere. I have the Boost Evo or Evo Boost. I always get confused because of how fucked up it makes me, so I can never say the name right because it's very confusing. The Evo's real small, but it's at the top, and then the Boost is real big, but it's at the bottom. So I don't know which word comes first, but either way, the amount... I gotta start over. The Dr. Dabber is the premier...
Cut.
The premier wax vaporizer on the market. It gets you high like no else. If you can't tell, it's got me high off my ass right now. The customization options, the... Wow.
You can find that all and get a discount at fnbros.com to use our affiliate link. That's fnbros.com. Just head on over to fnbros.com.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. No, we did a great job. Go.
Because your girlfriend can't handle you when you're on the podcast. Because that side of you shows. But I'm Nathaniel Beauchene.
And I'm Alex Salou.
And I'm Nate Sikowski.
I don't know what you mean by that, though. It's just a table. We do the podcast here, but I also eat dinner at it apparently every day, but I thought it was only sometimes.
But could you even eat dinner here comfortably knowing what goes down at this table? The things that get said?
Dude, it's not like we're fucking shitting on it. It's still...
Maybe
like,
you're not.
Yeah, the cat shit on this?
No.
All right. Well.
They have a litter box. Like, what?
So is Nate. What's your point?
Yeah, that's fair. That's got to be a big litter box.
He's a big kitty.
We have a yard.
Meow.
Holy fucking shit.
Have you ever seen a house cat or just a pet cat shit outside? Because I never have.
That
yeah,
would be...
actually, I had outdoor cats.
Well, yeah,
you know?
outdoor. That's why I said like an indoor.
But
cat.
I've never seen like an indoor cat that like somebody let out into their yard like a dog to
Like
like
if-
shit and then come back in.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. If you let my cats outside, I don't think they would know where to shit. I don't think they would shit because they wouldn't have a litter box to shit in.
I
Yeah, they
have
would
seen.
think it's wrong.
I've seen that video of the cat that knows how to use the toilet though.
My aunt trained her cats to shit on the toilet.
Dude, they'll shit on the toilet and then they'll flush it too.
Yeah.
It's like, what else can we do as a civilization? Why stop there?
That's why cats are like smart, but they're just lazy.
Haley was literally showing me a device you can use to train your cats to use the toilet. It's like a litter box that you slowly, like, you put it over the toilet and you just slowly take the litter away from it over a period of time, and it just, like, conditions them to use the toilet. But, no, I'm not doing that.
They got to wean off litter like a junkie.
Yeah, for real. I think they're eating it in there. Not my cats, but all cats. They're just like, why else are they so adamant about it?
It is strange. It's like a...
They dig in it. It's like sand. They bury their poop, and then Creature always, whenever I clean the litter box, Creature goes in there immediately after and looks for his shit. He digs around in there and looks for it.
Where'd it go?
It's like a marking territory type of deal. Like, this is my poop sand, not anyone else's poop sand. And if I found out another cat has been pooping in my sand, I'll be really upset.
But also, if there's too much poop in the poop sand, I'm not gonna poop in the poop sand.
Even though it's my poop that's in the poop sand. Because there can only be a certain amount of poop in the sand at which I will poop in the sand.
The poop to sand ratio must be at prime.
The conditions are it must always be my poop and my sand. And there must be a sufficient amount of poop, but not so much poop in the sand that I can't poop in the sand. And now you know how to talk to a woman.
And you can get your poop sand at evanbros.com.
Go out there and use that.
We're going to be selling poop sand.
Shirts, poop stains.
Poop sand's got to be a t-shirt.
It's just like brown lettering with a splat.
Poop sand.
Poop sand.
Maybe little cats in the background, like like graphic cats for like the background of the
Just
shirt, and then poop sand in brown.
Shit stained paw prints.
Yes.
Yes.
Now we're getting creative.
You could sell it.
Well, I don't know. I can't even like fantasize about all this because every time I think about a cat, I just
Your head blows up.
it wants to. My nose,
Your eyes get itchy.
and then my nose starts going away.
It's only if you touch them, though, right?
If I touch them, if I breathe in their aroma.
Well, how is it like being here then?
Well, they kind of leave me alone, and they don't like perch up here a
Yeah.
lot anymore.
They're
So,
like scared of you.
yeah.
They're scared of everyone except for the people that are here all the time, and they're like more accustomed to you guys than anybody else. So
Yeah, if I don't touch them, or if I do touch them, and then like I touch my face, that's when it's game over.
the only other person I see them come out for, other than Haley's family, is Pookie.
But Pookie's just like the animal man. He can.
Yeah, and he also watched them for me and fed them for a week, so I think there's a connection there because they were still really young when he did that.
They
so.
found their mother.
Yep.
That's what it's all
The
about.
nanny.
Yep.
This man scoops the fucking poop sand.
This
To him,
man
you are
gets the right
nothing.
ratio.
The goat. The goat.
The goat. Well, another thing too is like it's general knowledge that autistic people are like good with animals. It's just one of the ghost
Except
animals.
for the ones that aren't.
What?
Yeah. Have you ever seen an autismo not be good with
Okay,
animals?
okay,
Because
okay.
it's bad.
Okay, so retarded people are not good with animals. Because
No.
doggy, you
Right. I understand, but like,
It's a Rottweiler.
know. Doggy.
I mean, in my book, a tard's a tard. So.
They're like, no, there's levels to this
Yeah,
shit.
no, I get it
That's-
now. Like, I've grown up enough to understand that there's levels now, but like when I was a kid, a tard was a tard.
A tit was a tit and a tard was a tard.
That's right.
Yeah, no, well, growing
And-
up with Pookie, obviously, like, there are levels, like, you're like, wow, this fucking sucks. But then you remember, wait, this isn't as bad as I think it is because he's not a fucking silverback gorilla.
Do you know how old and white and racist it makes me feel to say the sentence fucking when I was a kid?
I can't think of anything more old and white. That's
Yep.
such an old and white phrase. When I was young,
Back in my day,
I'd walk 30 miles
But
to
it's
school.
true.
I
When
don't
we-
know, because I feel like you get the black uncle saying that too. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
black uncle who never left the house.
Nobody can relate more to an old white guy than the black uncle.
Yeah,
The black uncle that sticks around, you know?
because it's just that old white guy as a kid.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah, man, you're going to get through it.
Fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
I just wish you'd
We should
stop
move
saying
on.
weird shit.
Yeah, this is why we should prepare before the...
This is why you should cut shit out of episodes. You always say you're going to cut shit out, and then I listen to the next episode, and you never cut anything out.
Because it's so good.
Is it because it's good or because you're lazy?
I have a hot take, but we should, for the Dr. Dabber ad
You're not
read,
lazy. I didn't mean that.
we should have just Salou coughing.
I'm sorry. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Well, they made like a
I
break.
hate the wheezing more. The wheezing laugh. Nothing.
Wheezy.
No, it literally brought me to my knees when I saw the clip, and I was the fucking hyena from Lion King. Fuck. I've been consciously trying to change my laugh because of how much I hate it.
Did you see the most recent one?
No.
Oh, man. Because I put some like... I put some footage of like cars blowing their tires.
Stop.
Like that was a tire skid.
Yeah, I get it. You guys are the fucking worst.
He's about to fucking...
It's like somebody lost control of a fire hose.
It's a golf cart trying to start up.
It's a jackhammer where the motor's about to blow.
It's just like a broken engine.
I'm sorry.
Like now I'm just thinking of the clip I'm gonna make now, and it's just gonna be a cartoon donuts.
Or like somebody trying to start a lawnmower and it's just sputtering out.
Oh my god. I hate it. Anyway.
Fucking stomach hurts on that one.
So the new thing going around is that women are just now finding out that men think about the Roman Empire all the fucking time. How often do you boys think about it?
I mean, I woke up this morning and I thought of, being in a phalanx.
I mean, dude, I just get these thoughts, right? Like, like I'm doing my thing and I'm like, fuck, the modern day man could not push a siege tower. The modern day man could not pick up a battering ram.
No.
Bottom line.
They don't even know, what the formation would be.
Do you think a soy boy could get into phalanx formation?
Not even a little bit.
Not even a fucking little bit. And it's sad, man. Because we think about that shit all the fucking time.
I think about, those early shoes. How much of a difference they made.
The sandals,
Yeah.
they had to make a hell of a difference. Why else would they wear them if they didn't make a difference?
Idiots for millions of years before that were just running around in the hot desert sand with all the little pebbles.
Pointing their little feet.
I mean, I understand that we're trying to be funny, but I'm such a history nerd that I have to defend them. They weren't idiots. They just didn't have the technology back then to make shoes when they didn't have shoes.
But wrap some leaves on them.
They probably fucking did.
Yeah, they probably tried. Everything.
Think about the Inuit people in Alaska. They've been making clothes out of bones and animal skins for forever.
Yeah. Those
People
Eskimos.
know how to make clothes out of resources they find on the ground or in the trees and shit. It's just a matter of how well it works compared to what's available now.
The Mongolians didn't have a good product. They killed an animal and then they just put it on their backs and then they just rot off eventually. I don't want to.
Remember, if you ever feel useless,
That's where I got that from.
that's fair.
Anyway.
Remember, if you ever feel useless, remember that the modern day Mongolian country that exists that has no access to the ocean has a navy.
And a lot of eagles.
What?
A lot of birds of prey and...
Do they still
cheaply.
use those?
Yeah, God.
God,
Very,
yeah.
very frequently.
Falconing is the
It's the
shit.
thing in Mongolia. Messages. You might have email or text or whatever you call it.
Falconing is the equivalent to British fox hunting.
What?
Yeah, you know how British gentlemen go fox hunting with all the dogs and shit. That's what falconing is.
There's this one guy on IG reels I see sometimes, and he just has this bird in his finger, and then he's just like, "All right, Hoggy," throws the bird, and it just goes right out the window, picks up the fucking rat or whatever the fucking thing was.
I've been thinking about buying one.
Pull up a video of somebody a Mongolian falcon hunter. It's fucking nuts what they get these birds to do, and it's like a life bond. It's like an Avatar life bond.
I'm not saying it's as cool as a cat shitting in a toilet, but it's up there.
What? It's way cooler.
They're both pretty cool.
How about the dogs that talk with the buttons? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
My aunts are also trying
That's
to do
the
that.
coolest.
Give us something.
Do you think a wolf is smarter than a dog?
Probably.
Depends on the dog.
Yeah, if it's a well-trained dog, maybe not. They're definitely tougher.
Did it just get a mongoose? Is that what that was? Crazy
I don't know.
either way.
Mongolian eagle master. So what we're seeing right
Still
now
cons?
is
Oh yeah, they're mostly cons in Mongolia.
we're seeing the steppe of Mongolia right now, and Mongolians on horseback, just chilling, living their lives with their falcons and their families.
Falcon looks like it's...
That's a big fucking bird, dude.
Absolutely.
That's a dinosaur.
chain that
Closest thing.
Now they're hopping into a shitty fucking Japanese beetle van thing.
Their vans over there, they're just made for...
Dude, Asian, like, East Asian cars are crazy looking.
Yeah.
They're just made for, you know, the reliability of it.
Mhm. So now there's a GoPro on a Falcon, which is epic.
Also that fit though.
Oh, yeah.
gotcha, all the fur.
That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm talking about. The iPad tablet with the GoPro and that fur fit.
Dude, it's crazy. The mountains up there.
Sheesh. Yeah, no wonder they wanted
Just
to get
picking
closer
shit
to the fucking
off
sea.
the ground.
Not a
Boom,
McDonald's in
lands
sight.
right on his fucking arm. The way they call them back is they have like a mouse on a string and they just circle it above their head and it comes back to them.
That is the life I want to be leading.
Yeah, we know.
If I wasn't on this mic being a stupid podcaster, I'd be taming birds.
Yeah, Nate, to go back to Nathaniel's comment about Khan, most of Asia is related to Genghis Khan directly.
I want to
Oh,
say 1/3 of China, Mongolia, and like all those countries are like Genghis Khan's relatives because he
fucked.
He fucked, bro.
The only country you can probably argue that there's like not a lot of it or a very small number is Japan because they
Close to
excluded.
Tsushima.
Yeah, they excluded themselves from the whole world for 200 years.
No, I wouldn't count like any of the like island Asian countries. Like I wouldn't
the
count,
Philippines
like
and shit.
Indonesia and
Yeah,
things
that's
like
fair.
that, you know, and like Vietnam, things like that.
Mhm.
But the whole area, particularly in Mongolia and like Tibet and all that, that's like all gone.
So, you know how we get culture from like different groups of people breeding
course.
and over millions of years they become what they are. So you have like Asia and then you have Europe and it's like you can kind of like in the middle of Eurasia you can kind of see where the people start to blend and it starts to turn different.
Yeah.
Mm. It's best represented in those like the Khabib people.
Yeah, right.
Turkestan, baby.
Cuz like
They're right in the true melting pot of
they
all.
are
Right.
the melting pot.
cuz like they look Russian but they have Asian eyes kind of.
And then they're Middle Eastern.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're fucking Muslim in
They're-
religion.
Yeah, and they're mountain people though.
Yeah, right.
And it's crazy because that section of mountain has released more of the top like MMA fighters the world has ever fucking seen.
Because they're dedicated people. Like they just get right down
Absolutely.
to business. They don't fuck around with like, you know, fucking around here.
And also like that's the landscape. It's fucking huts, it's mountains, it's small farms, so it's like there's not a lot to do other than get strong as fuck.
And just focus on that.
Yeah.
Focus on your art.
Yeah, those guys are different, man.
Like Hasbullah, the little guy.
Fucking hospital.
He's all about that, like dedication and shit. And
100%.
he won't drink. He won't. I think he won't have sex until marriage, and then
Little dude grinds, that's for sure.
I'd love to see the Hasbullah porno.
Jesus Christ.
Could you
You're a
imagine?
sick individual.
Why?
Him and Bridget the midget could go at it.
Nah, just like a BBW.
Oh god, a full size person? You mean?
Yeah.
Oh god, a plus size person?
A plus size person in Hasbullah.
Ugh.
Wouldn't that kill him?
Yeah, he'd get lost.
That would be something. If he had like one king, and it was like giganticism, that would be like the best king to have for someone that small. You know about giganticism? Well, not like the disease, but
Like giant people.
yeah,
I
like
you're not
men.
gonna believe this, but I actually know one,
Yeah,
and I'm like close to one.
speaking of giants, if you ever settle for somebody less than fucking 5'10" ever again, I will disown you.
Why?
Why would you ruin your child's chance at a better life?
You should get a chick that's taller than you.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Taller than me. That's like Jesus.
I know what I'm asking. It's a lot.
You don't find that often, but
No, you don't.
Welcome to my life.
Because Halo's like what, average height, and you're like what, 4 or 7?
Shut up.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, gotta be generous on that one.
At least make me 5 feet if you're gonna lie about my height.
You fucking hobbit.
Can I be a flat 5, the tallest hobbit that's ever lived? You fucking dingus. You're literally not even that much taller than me.
That's a big gnome.
When you crunch the numbers, the difference is exponential.
I just don't understand how I can get ridiculed for being fucking short when him and I are within millimeters of each other.
He's tall as fuck, dude.
What?
I don't know. He's like on my shoulders and shit.
Get right down to it. You will feel good about this, is that like you're actually sitting at around like 5'7.5", because I thought I was 5'7", but my driver's license says I'm 5'9", which really like changed my world and gave me a big ego boost.
But didn't you write that?
No.
Yeah, you write that.
No, I didn't write that. Not to my knowledge. Then if I did, I guess
Because I had to write mine.
They took my height at the thing.
Did they?
Yeah.
No, it's just blue.
It's not in like pen, it's in type.
Well, yeah. Because they
Yeah, but on your
transfer the
permit, you
data.
probably wrote it in. And then they just transfer that data from your permit to your license.
Bottom line is whether or not it's true, I'm 5'9", and I've been using it frequently.
It's on your license now.
It's
so.
on my license.
My license says 5'5".
Wow.
If we want to get political about it.
All right, maybe I'm 5'7", 5'9".
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it's like...
Very funny.
No, absolutely.
When I was
Oh,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
No, go ahead. I didn't mean to step on
I'm
what
sorry.
you were
I
saying.
thought
What
we
I'm
were
going to
gonna
say is
go
going to
on.
take us off track, so why don't you go ahead with what you were
I
saying?
was going to say, like, giganticism sucks.
In 30-plus episodes, have we ever been on track?
No, I just like the train. I didn't want to change the train of thought because my comment was going to, and I don't remember what it is anymore anyway, so it doesn't matter. It wasn't important.
But
Well,
tell
fuck,
me,
I'm at...
why does being a giant suck?
I really don't think you're a giant. You're a big guy, but you're not a giant. You don't have giganticism.
No, I
You're
know
no
that.
Hagrid.
No, I know that, but like I'm still like bigger than the average man, and or average person.
You're
and,
bigger than the average civilian.
Yeah.
But like
And,
when
like,
like an
growing-
NFL lineman would squish you.
Oh god, yeah. Those are like the,
An NFL lineman could pick you up with one arm.
oh yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
Vince Wilfork
Yeah,
in front of me,
he
like
could literally body you with one hand.
Vince Wilfork's a fucking monster.
He's a forklift.
No, but what I was gonna say, like growing up, like in those classrooms, I was always just like big, bulky, and fucking, more grown than everyone
Yeah.
else. So like when activities came, it was just like everyone was always scared to play with me.
You're one of the biggest kids in your age group in our area.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down. You're the biggest person we know
In this-
personally.
Yeah. I don't know who could be bigger.
There's like one or two kids I can think of, but I don't know them on a level like I know you. So
Yeah, there's well, not gonna say if you can.
yeah,
Recall that.
that's who I was
Because
thinking
it
of.
w-
I just never knew that kid's name.
They
I
were all-
remember playing
yeah.
football with him.
There were like 3 kids in my grade that were all Nate sized, and it was terrifying.
This is deja vu. I literally just had to do sound clips for this episode. We've talked about this before. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I was talking about that. I was listening to the past ones, and I was like, "Holy shit, my breathing is just off."
Yep. You sound so much better.
Yeah, I can breathe now
Yep.
behind this mic and actually get words out instead of just having to pause every minute. Just like,
And
That's-
we'd like to apologize to the audience because everything 15 and below is.
This is a learning curve for all of us.
But we're
Yeah.
glad you're here with us, bottom line, and it's only going to get better from here.
We appreciate you for sticking around. Keep sticking around, and we promise we won't let you down.
Can
We're
we
working real hard.
Get the
over
audience
here.
applause. It always cheers up the mood.
right, best one yet every episode from here on out.
Yeah, all right. That's what I'm talking about.
We're never gonna top the kiddo episode, so
Shit, we need him back already.
I mean, I don't want to make it like a crutch or anything, but
It's not our crutch.
it's not
We
our
don't-
crutch.
we don't
Isn't he
need
in
it.
Bammer anyway right now?
No, he's coming back. I had a very interesting phone call with him the other day.
Of course.
Because I called him a furry on one of the episodes. So he happened to be listening to that one like while he was driving, and he was sleep deprived as fuck. And he had to call me to be like, I'm not a furry. I'm not a fucking thing. Fuck you. I am not a furry. And I was like, all right, furry, prove it.
I love having a podcast.
I was like, if you weren't a furry, you wouldn't have to call me to tell me you're not a furry.
We need to get money bags on.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Even if we just do a video game special and we just talk about it, I think the thing for him is he's not a public speaker.
Are any of us?
Some of us are more comfortable with it than others. And like I know that he listens to this show. And so like I think it might be fucking with his own head of like just being on something that other people can listen to. So if we just talked about something he was comfortable with,
Bry.
and knows a lot about,
Bry, no one's.
we just want to get you on the show, bud.
Reach out.
There's like vans that pull up outside of my house now every once in a while, but that's about it. You just gotta get over that.
Oh, I told you guys England keeps calling me.
Keeps calling you,
Once a day. It's been once a day for almost 2 weeks now.
and we don't have a fan voicemail set up for questions yet, right?
They're definitely not questions. I think they're complaints.
Cool.
I think they're trying to track me. I think the blokes are after me.
Didn't you do like sketchy business with some blokes?
A long time ago,
Yeah,
I
they
certainly did. So,
and
no, 'cause,
weren't
like,
they like techie blokes?
Yeah, so I was working with them on some Apple issues at the time.
Yeah.
Can't go into too much detail because I gotta keep my record clean.
Did you fuck over those blokes?
No, God no. They wanted me as part of a team that they were
Yeah,
putting together to
hacker
bring
team.
down iCloud.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was wild. They had been planning it for years. I don't know what they were gonna do, but
They're trying to take down iCloud.
Bro,
Well,
that was
they-
CIA.
you gotta understand is that like it's not as crazy as it sounds, because back in the day when I was using Pongu and things like that to jailbreak phones, I took a job. One of the first ones I took was a kid in our grade, and he came to me. He gave me $400 to jailbreak it because I said, look, what you want is
Allegedly.
not worth me going, allegedly, it's not worth me going to jail. So if I'm going to do this, you're going to pay me the bucks that are going to take for me to do this. And because that particular jailbreak allowed you to buy, quote unquote, buy anything in the store for free. It gave you unlimited currency in your Apple wallet that could let you get apps for free
So
and
you
shit.
were stealing from Apple allegedly.
I don't like that. I don't like that word. And stealing is such a
Bro,
bad word.
if
to
I'm a thief,
use.
you're a thief for that.
No.
No, I mean everyone was doing jailbreak back in the day.
It was the Wild West.
Yeah.
And it was the Wild West because back in the day, Apple was breachable. You could do things like that.
Back in the day, I mean, all we had was, besides like, the consoles that were there, it was like all about computers, and like the real nerds would be building these computers like they would be now.
There was like a solid 3 to 5 years after fucking Steve died that Apple was like takedownable.
So, no, because like I worked on the Pengu 3 project.
What?
I was one of the people that gave input on how to use Pengu 3 effectively. Because
Oh,
So you're a cyber terrorist.
briefly, allegedly, I don't like these words. These words are hurtful.
No, I understand. But see, what I'm getting from this is that the CIA was pretending to be some blokes from England trying to get you to incite terror on a fucking U.S. corporation.
No, that's exactly it. I'm innocent, damn it. I'm innocent. And you also just don't want to be labeled as the only crook in the group.
Do you remember when Marco Cottrell talks about the fucking King bomb maker, the little Iraqi he has to take out before, and it's just like this young kid that is great at making IEDs.
Yeah. They're so good at that over there.
Yeah, you're him. You're my him.
Oh my fucking god. That reminds me. Have you guys ever watched Barry?
No.
About Barack.
No.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sorry, dude. I've been stuttering a lot
So
today.
it's an HBO original. I'm watching it right now. It's about this autistic Marine that gets discharged,
Yeah.
and he becomes a hitman, but he realizes that being a hitman doesn't suit him, and that acting is his calling. So he goes to become an actor and tries to leave the hitman game behind while trying to act.
And he's also an ex-Marine.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
this
And it's a comedy.
Oh, it's fucking.
It's Bill Hader.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent
seen
fucking show.
cool? And it's called Barry.
Yeah.
What's it on?
HBO.
So, speaking of HBO, it took everything I had to not change your HBO character after you made it Tony.
What's the problem?
There's no problem. I was just gonna do it to fuck with you. I was gonna make you a different Sopranos character. I was gonna make you Chrissy.
Hey, yo, D.
It was funny.
Wait, you guys still have that?
Well, HBO Max?
Yeah.
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 Could I get on that?
That's a Pookie question. Pookie has given out his HBO Max to everybody he's encountered in the last year.
Shit.
I
So
have
it
my
used to
own
be on.
channel now, and if he gives you the password, I don't mind sharing my profile with you.
All right. If I can make my own, I will. But
Aren't you already
The-
aren't you already watching on his profile on
So-
Pookie's?
So I was, but then when I asked him for the login again recently, I noticed that he gave me my own profile. He removed people that weren't using it and like gave me my own profile, and that's when you changed your picture, or I noticed that you changed your picture. How long have you been Tony for?
Week or two, maybe?
Yeah, so right around then is when he gave me my own square, because now you
What
see
an honor.
now you see the Gryffindor little circle
Yep,
now.
naturally.
Yeah.
I wonder who that is.
Motherfucker.
You think so?
You motherfucker.
In this house, Christopher Columbus is a
goddamn
hero.
hero.
That's right.
Have you ever seen that one? And it's Paulie talking to Tony, and he's like, "AOT, if a toilet was sentient, what would be weirder? If it loved you for it or hated you for it?" And Tony's like, "I'm not fucking having this conversation."
Enough of this. I'm not fucking having it right now.
I love that I follow a lot of Sopranos meme pages, and I love that one where it's like, "My family hates me. I love nature, and I keep having panic attacks. I'm literally Tony Soprano."
Oh my
Oh, I
god.
can't get enough.
I just love that opening scene. It's like one of the best opening episodes in
Oh,
the
it's
series.
phenomenal.
Where he's just like going into the pool with the ducks, and he's just like, "I love those ducks."
And then he's like, he's like talking about his job. He's like, "Well, it was a tough day at work," and he's like mowing the guy down in his car.
I still haven't been upset more in a TV show than the ending of The Sopranos.
Yeah.
It's open for interpretation.
It's made me so mad.
It's not the worst TV ending I've ever seen.
It's not. That's what it's a really good ending. That's another reason. That's half the reason I'm so mad about it.
because it's that good.
Because it's a great ending, so I can't be mad about it. But they didn't give me a
Yeah.
fucking ending, and I'm
Exactly,
furious.
which is the point. Because you decide the ending. Does
open-ended.
Tony die? Does the whole family die? Do they
dude.
get
That
out
guy,
of there?
that guy going to the bathroom was a hitman.
100%.
Technically, the sequel is a car commercial.
What?
You see the last Super Bowl, the two kids, all grown up, they did a car commercial to the music, and they just basically did the opening intro in
Yep.
like an Acura, I think. And then they pull up to the ending dining scene, and they walk in. And
Yeah,
I don't know. It's supposed to be like
David Cross meant it to be a car commercial this whole time. The entire show was a metaphor for buying cars.
buying Acuras.
Adriana, I forget the actress's name, but she just started an OnlyFans.
Oh boy.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I guess as a man, I love commerce, and I love that anyone can make money any way they want. But it's like, if you're a girl, all you have to do is make an OnlyFans, and you're golden.
Pretty much.
It's crazy. I can't do that.
If you're, on the higher end of the scale. But
I mean, how big are your feet?
yeah, you could sell feet. Feet
I
are
got
for
pretty
anyone.
petite feet. They'd sell.
I mean, if you like were cool with doing up your feet, you could probably get
Yeah.
away with it.
I was telling him he should make like an AI character model.
And it's like
who
a
only
what that
You
never
could
does
do
a
that, you
face
fucking
reveal.
cyber terrorist.
Yeah, but we'd all be benefiting.
That's what I'm saying.
But
you
it's like
use your powers for good for once. Don't make bombs for blokes.
It's exclusive pics of buttholes.
Yeah.
So,
What?
it's all 3 of our buttholes.
No.
AI generated though.
Yeah.
The computer made
The rest of the
butthole.
body is AI, but it's our buttholes.
Yeah. We're thinking big here.
All right. Well, we got to be
And-
truthful.
Also, the Feet Finder page did reach out to me. I sent you that guy. That sent you that in the chat yesterday. It's Feet Finder, and they're interested in either buying my feet pics or
Selling you feet
selling
pics.
me feet pics, or buying feet pics that I own off of them.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but if they're not your feet, do you own them?
So like trading cards, like NFT feeds,
I don't-
NFTs.
Well, back to the trading cards.
I never want to go back there. That was a sad time in my lifetime.
Yeah.
But it's like everybody's 15 once. And I'm glad I made those cancel culture mistakes at such a young age because
of
it's
course,
like,
of course. You can defend
I was
it.
so young. What was I doing? Stupid kid. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna,
We were just rascaling.
yeah, if you're gonna,
We're
be,
really selling you out tonight, huh?
blackface or rascaling, whatever it is you're doing, as long as you did it before the age of 16, it's kind of okay because you're just a kid. You
We
didn't know
never
any
did
fucking better.
blackface.
I think we just had 2 different questions.
Well, I said we never did blackface.
Yeah, I'm asking. When did you do blackface?
I feel like I've been doing it this whole time. No.
No, man.
I was gonna say, if anyone wants to do blackface at this table, it's Nate.
But yeah, that's a fact.
I'd kill it. I wouldn't be here. That's
They'd
all.
kill you. What do you mean?
I don't know. I guess
No, like if I was black.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah.
my preacher
Like,
persona has always been black, but that's not like a. I don't know. He's just Baptist, like get knee bound with me. Talk to God.
You've always struck me as a Japanese assistant type.
No, I would have the Japanese assistant. So like, I don't know. I got this assistant fantasy, and it's like I want one of them that there's like it's kind of a sexually charged relationship, and like she's a young girl and she's really attractive and she really trusts my
Yes, sir.
judgment on things. But I also want that hardworking, reliable Japanese male business assistant that is just real. Like he's the one doing the dirty work. Like she gets me the coffees. He's taking the data.
What's his backstory? Is he like executes? I can't even say.
He's trying to break into like Japanese business world, and he's got the values and the work ethic of a Japanese businessman, but he knows that learning from me is his key to mastering his craft. So he's willing to fetch me the lattes and do the data entry and take my advice.
You've watched too much anime.
I come from a
Diamond the Man.
sick place. And I guess at the end of the day, is that too much to
Diamond
add?
the Man,
Yeah,
Diamond.
exactly. I wouldn't understand what he's saying, but he wouldn't know what I was saying to him.
Right.
Like he would follow
The
orders.
translation works one way. He always knows what you want. You never know what he wants.
Exactly.
You
And I-
always give him something weird for Christmas, but he always takes it graciously.
And I always just assume like what he's saying is, "You're the best, Nathaniel. I'm
I
so
think-
glad to be working for
I
a guy like you."
If you give me 6 months and enough weed, I think I could write a musical about this.
What would you call it?
I'll get back to you next week
Okay.
with the
Nathaniel
title.
Senpai.
I would be really simple with it, and I'd call it the internship.
See, it's classic things like that. Real
That was a
simple
Vince
things
Vaughn
that sell.
movie, though.
All right, just the intern then. Maybe that's taken.
Well,
too. I
what's
don't
his
fucking know.
name? Because I might just name it after him. It would be called whatever his first name is.
Nathaniel's intern.
In Japanese, though, I was thinking like
Kakashi
I was thinking Hochika, but I'm down for that.
Hochika.
Yeah, see, it kind of it rolls. It rolls like Hochika. Go get me the vanilla bean latte.
yeah, right.
And he's always bowing. That's
Yep.
that's one of the things that really gets me going. About
And
He's
then you bow
always-
to him, so he bows lower, and then
Yeah.
you have you ever seen that happen
Oh God, yeah.
in like memes and videos and stuff? Is like somebody will bow to them, and then the tourist will bow back, and then the tourist will bow back.
lower.
Yeah, it's a never-ending cycle of vicious hospitality.
Yeah, no, they are viciously hostile there because there's a rule over there where you have to deny something 3 times and then it's polite to accept it on the 3rd or something like that. They just got like a weird system of like honor.
I cannot take your $1 million. I cannot take your $1 million.
Okay.
I cannot take your. Okay, I can take your $1 million.
Is it weird or is it just different from us? And that's
Different
what makes
from us because we went wild. We kind of broke class and systems and honor.
Well, yeah.
and
Another thing too is like everything
societal
we think is
structures.
weird is just normal to another society and vice versa.
Yeah.
They're like, why would we want McDonald's at every corner?
Yeah. We got to watch our
I-
paper thin figures.
Do you guys follow industrial complex memes?
what?
So it'll be like a picture of a scenic nature valley, and it'll just say an industrial complex would look so fucking good here.
Or a Walmart.
Or-
I love it's just
That's
like
funny.
a valley.
I also love that picture, and that girl tweeted out, she's like, why do we stop building wonders as humans? And the guy responded with a picture of McDonald's, and he's like, we didn't.
I thought it would be the Bass Pro Shop fucking pyramid.
Yeah, but also we didn't.
yeah, right.
It's funny. Nate and I took the pyramid tour because why wouldn't
Yeah,
we?
right.
And we took I think it's America's largest freestanding glass elevator. Am I correct on
Something
that?
like that.
Yeah,
Some
come on.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's some bullshit they're rattling off.
Boys, we're like 3 months away from Austin.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to take Nate on the Buc-ee's tour.
I'm gonna tackle the Buc-ee's mascot.
No, you're not.
You can try.
I told you you will get shot over something
Yeah,
like
legit,
that.
he's got more protection than the president.
Yeah, probably.
I shit you not. They are obsessed. Beaver Gopher. What the fuck is that thing?
He's a beaver.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, they love that fucking thing. If you fuck
Everyone
with
is
thing.
carrying, and they will shoot you because they'll think you're some crazy Massachusetts liberal with fucking and a patriot. They will kill you.
Yeah, we're gonna be on
Dead.
a hot list down there.
only a liberal would want to see Bucky fall down.
I petition that we drive down in Boston sports jerseys.
Jesus.
Every time I've driven to Florida, I've always gone down there with a Red Sox or Patriots hat. I don't even like either of those teams. I just want people to know where I'm from.
That could be interesting, although I don't know, we drive in Atlanta territory.
People don't understand us. It's going to be funny the first time we go out to eat south of Pennsylvania because I literally went to a restaurant with Haley and a lady had to ask me to repeat myself when I ordered.
Because you were speaking too clearly.
Yeah, or I guess. I don't know, man.
Well, what were you not for now? Is that all, man?
You remember that, right?
She said, repeat yourself.
I was
y'all-
probably
hey, y'all, what can I
talking too
get y'all?
fast.
Probably. Like,
Southerners talk really slow.
The southern drawl.
Yeah.
I need to get myself out clearly.
I feel like I'm like obligated to like talk in a Boston accent, like give them what they want, you know?
Yeah,
You
like
don't-
they go
yeah, I'm
overboard.
from Boston. That's right.
You don't notice how good you are at turning it on when you go somewhere south like that.
You're
like
always hearing it.
I've never given myself a Boston accent, and I don't think I really have. Like compared to
Like you're from California.
Kiddo doesn't have a Boston accent. He's been faking it for years.
I
and
know.
he's- and he
Yeah.
can't quit.
I know, but like compared to what Kiddo can make his voice sound like where he's from, like I don't sound anything.
Oh yeah,
like
dude,
that.
it's not that hard. You really just gotta pick it up from the back of the
No,
throat, and then you
Yeah.
gotta sound like you got a gyro.
Dude,
Kinda
I'm a aware guy. Don't worry
no
about it.
right. Hey,
But
don't tell me to fucking worry about
so
it.
you need the key
it's
is
an attitude more than
yeah,
anything.
it's a fact.
Yeah.
And the key is to drop the vowel before the last R of a word.
Mm-hmm.
Haba.
Yep.
Habaka.
Yeah, exactly. You
Khakis.
don't
What do you-
pronounce the vowel. It's
What do
just-
you think the true difference between a Boston and New York accent is? Like a
It's that
like a yeah.
yeah, like that extra like parroted
Okay.
fucking kind of.
New York is like, hey, I'm walking here, and Boston is like,
Walking here.
I'm walking here.
Do you think the accents are different in the boroughs in New York?
Fucking probably.
probably.
Well, people all over Mass have different accents.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
go
that's
west,
true.
Like
east.
my Nana and Grampy, they almost sound like they're from Maine.
I had one grandma say I had the devil in me. I had another grandma say I have a New Hampshire accent. Which one is it?
Yeah, there's
Bro,
also
a
that
New
classic.
Hampshire accent.
It's
telling
just like
me.
What are you, a Bostonian woodsman?
How do you
That's-
think I felt the first time I heard that?
well, it's like a Judd Nelson like.
Oh,
Wow,
or
you
Judd
go-
Crandall, like a
Judd Crandall.
going across the rod.
Going across the bed now, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that odd New
Where
England
you,
accent.
You
know?
turn O to U,
Yeah.
Rud.
And you sound,
Versus, yeah.
you sound just
You know how
dragging it
like
on.
yin and yang has to exist, right? Like there can't be one without the other.
Yeah, naturally.
So do you think the more liberal Vermont gets, the more conservative New Hampshire will get?
Absolutely, because the two are the scale always needs to be balanced.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
None shall live while the
I was thinking about that recently. I don't know why it struck me, but like they're even shaped like yin and yang.
It's a difficult balance, that's for sure. Delicate is a better word.
Those two states together are like our Wild West. I mean Maine too, but like
Maine is New England's Texas, New England's Texas.
I'd say New Hampshire and Maine are New England's Texas.
and then
Vermont's Vermont.
Vermont is Austin of New
Yeah.
England.
And then
Yeah, you could call it that.
Connecticut is universally hated.
Fuck Connecticut.
Haley, I'm not sorry. Fuck Connecticut.
I love you, but you're from a stupid state.
Yeah.
Better than all of you. You all are trash.
It's a highway.
It's literally a
It's a
highway.
highway that connects Boston and New
No,
York.
that's right.
Joe Rogan said it best.
Yeah, but we're all like either from Boston or from New York, and we all just want to like settle down in a rich, nice area. So you can get that about that.
Check it out. Joe Rogan, fucking brothers by day, fucking brothers by,
By
night,
night.
all day.
All day.
That's copyrighted. That's ours.
That's
Thanks.
we're gonna get sued. We're gonna
Nah,
get
Matt-
sued. We're gonna get sued.
Nah, Massachusetts, dude. It's fucking.
Because like we have the Dr. Dabba. Hey.
Hey,
Versus
kid.
like the Dr. Dabber.
We started this shit, dude. We got pissed. We got real mad. We threw some tea in the harbor, and now we're here.
Shot heard around the world, kid.
Kid.
Wicked pisser. Wicked pisser. Hey. Sex from a fat chick? Poggers. Hey.
Yeah, all the Minutemen,
Dippers.
all the Minutemen were just boyos.
Oh yeah, for real. Dead ass.
We're all here, dude.
It's so funny. It's like I just said, like I can remember like hanging out with Kiddo before the Boston accent. So like he started doing it as a joke because we were all doing it as a joke and he just couldn't get rid of it. And
couldn't
it's just,
stop.
It's just who he is now.
Can't stop, won't stop.
So and it's like obviously like when he got down south, what he wanted to be was the perfect representation of a Bostonian.
Yeah,
and
He
it's
probably
that.
missed his home too. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's probably.
The second one of them called him Officer Yankee, he just knew he could never stop.
Oh yeah, yeah. To double down on that shit.
No, exactly, because it's a selling point, you know. Because if we go to Texas and we talk the way we normally talk, they're not gonna like us. We need to embody the Bostonian.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly, guy. You get what I'm fucking saying, eh?
Right, dude.
Exactly, dude. Get in the car.
Get in the car. We gotta go. I don't know. I'm fucking sick
I
of
don't
doing
know.
it.
What the fuck is that thing, Jay?
At the end of the day, it's a shitty city, but I love it. You know, it's. I think.
Boston?
Yeah.
You think it's shitty?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You've
I
been
do.
to Memphis and you think Boston is shitty?
I mean,
It's-
you know, they're
it's a
both
his-
shitty in their own ways. It's historical.
It's a
cool.
historical, cool city. I think it should be the capital of the United States.
I agree on that.
But it is a shitty city.
But I die with it in my heart because I'm gonna tell a person from California, a person from Connecticut, to fucking shove it up their ass because Boston is the best.
All I'll say is like their traffic is the world's
Because
worst.
We've gone over this because when
That
you
is
build
not
it,
true. That is not fucking true.
what's worse
Where
than
is it?
Boston?
New York is a million.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, New York,
LA, dude.
New York-
LA traffic
yeah.
is gross.
All right, that's fair, but LA is a different story. As
Yeah.
far as New York, it might be overwhelming and like crowded, but at least it's a grid. There's something in that. Boston is not a fucking
Boston
grid.
makes no sense.
Yeah, because it's just it made sense for horses.
Yeah, it made
You
sense
know.
for fucking
And
horses.
they were like,
bro.
"Well, we don't need to fix that. That's fine. We're just gonna leave that
Nah,
like
dude,
that."
we're just gonna keep building houses.
Philadelphia to Boston is a
Yeah,
shit show.
Exactly, because that's when you were
I
just
live in a fucking highway. Don't tell me about
You come from the backwoods of the middle of nowhere, Connecticut.
All of
But I live
Connecticut
on a
is
highway.
You do live on a highway. You have to get on the highway to get to a grocery store where you're from.
Connecticut's a highway, bottom line. But it's like back in the day, they had people just kept being born. They just kept building cities. Whereas like newer cities got planned out ahead of time.
Yeah.
And they were built with the idea that you could keep expanding without making the roads difficult to navigate.
Anything west of the Louisiana Purchase was planned.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Because even like, despite Memphis and whatever condition it might be in, it was grid-like, you know? The streets were right angles. You could get to where you were going pretty fucking simply.
Basically, any cities that existed before the first 3 presidents weren't planned.
Yeah. And any city built in the 1700s is a fucking oval, circle, snake mess.
That's why you can get around our entire area by driving in a circle.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you go right, eventually you'll be back where you started if you just drive in a circle long enough, take enough lefts.
Kid.
dude.
Dude, that's how it is, gay.
Yeah, and then you get the problem out west though. Like it can be built all nice and stuff, but you know, you make the city a jewel like Austin and LA have been in the past 20 years. Well, Austin in the past 3, and their traffic is just getting fucking.
Because anytime you plop famous people or entertainment, that's where people are going, you know?
Yeah. God damn it. I wish they'd fix something. I wish there was a solution like highways over highways. More road.
Have you been to Hartford?
Hartford? No.
That is what it is.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, 'cause
there are
stack
highways
on
over
top.
highways already, bud.
Well, that's Connecticut.
You we're giving you, you know, your time here, and like you're a very innovative thinker, and that's never been done before, but it has.
Yeah.
I mean, as a highway nerd, in my opinion, what needs to be built is a super highway that truckers aren't allowed on, and then we give the old highway routes to truckers so that
I was thinking of that. Well, I had a thought with someone before of like subscription based lanes.
no, get the fuck out of here with your taxes.
It's gonna come if we're not care. I don't know if it will ever come. I don't think anybody's
The
thinking
Disney
about
Plus lane, the HBO lane.
it. Yeah. But like I don't know, they could be set to like Teslas, and so
No.
they automatically drive.
I don't know. I mean, I think depends on how things advance, but I think you're probably going to see like more rail systems, not trains, but monorails.
Yeah, trains. We need trains.
I agree. I agree. More trains. Trains are simple. They're easy. They're convenient. I love trains.
You look at a map of Europe and like all their train systems, everything connects. And
Oh,
you
exactly.
look at here, and it's just like we were trying to find a train from Boston to Austin, and you gotta stop
That's
at
because there's
DC.
no connecting city between Boston and Austin. You got to go all the way to fucking Chicago to connect.
But we gotta build.
That's why we should have rail lines that go through every state.
Mm.
And also, like, I know we're not there yet technology wise, but I propose underwater highways and underwater railroads using tunnels and flotations.
That'd be something.
Yeah.
And until you get an earthquake.
Similar
Bring
to,
back the river system.
similar to how they make oil derricks, where even if there's like a heavy storm, they're not necessarily gonna like go anywhere per se.
Mm. Just like firm in the ground.
I've always wanted to do a long distance river trip.
I've always wanted to work on an oil rig. Because it's like, dude, I know, but 6 months off a year, 6 months on.
I know, but 90-hour work week.
Mm-hmm.
The money is worth it. The hours are not.
The hours are but I do really like the idea of working half the year and then getting the rest of the year off.
Would be kind of cool. It's just like you're in that last month, and it's just like summer ending, and it's just like
Depends on where you're drilling, you know.
yeah, just like the hot.
Offshore oil, baby.
Offshore oil, baby.
Move down to the Gulf of Texas. Corpus Christi, here we come.
And fuck, dude, there's companies paying you to like live in Antarctica for a little bit. I'd do it. Would it be a little secluded? Yeah. Wi-Fi signals? Probably not great. But, you know.
Yeah, no Rocket League.
I mean, but at the same, at the same expense, though, polar bears.
Oh, I see a moose every 30 days.
Yeah.
Dude, you eat moose for a year.
Fuck
That's
it.
if you shoot it and kill it. I mean,
Well, I mean, how else are you
Well,
gonna?
I'm talking
eat-
about the Arctic, where there's no moose. The only life, it's pretty
Oh.
much polar bears, penguins.
So like a research station.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm talking about one of the biggest continents that we barely touch.
That's a lot of chunks, man.
It is a lot of fucking chunks.
there's a guy down there who makes content. Like, he'll make a bowl of ramen. He'll take it outside and he'll just lift the fork up.
I
with
know
the
that
noodles,
guy.
And it'll just be all frozen in
Yeah,
seconds.
it's crazy. What's astonishing to me is how, when you think about like how the Earth is divided up, and the Earth is 70+% water, so the other 28, 29, 30% of it is land, but almost 15% of that total land mass can't be used.
yeah,
It's
desert.
just interesting, you know.
Is it desert because of deserts or
But it's also because of tundras and
Yeah.
places like Antarctica, where it's like, yes, you can set up a research lab or a station there, but it's like,
And that's 15% that can't be used.
I'm not saying that number is accurate, but like when you think about how big Antarctica is and how big some of these deserts are, that number is like pretty significantly big, even if it's like a small number per se.
I'm just saying that's crazy. That
That is
half
crazy.
the land
Well,
we can't even
yeah,
live
but
on.
that's my whole point, is that like we have, you know, obviously there's less land than water. There's just a fuck ton of water, and we have all this land, but like most of it is not inhabitable.
Well, I'm sure we could wipe out a few valleys.
We've wiped out so many valleys.
Put a Walmart.
What I want to know
Target.
is when we're gonna start putting fucking cities underground, like in Starfield. That's the next move.
That's gonna be. Oh god.
It's theoretically gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because they're going to start building up because when you run out of room horizontally, what's your only option?
Build up or build down.
Is to build up or build down. But chances are you're not going to build down from something that's already there. You're going to build up. So Boston would go underground in, say, 300 years with new Boston sitting on top of it.
Oh, kind of like Futurama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a functional
Wow.
Yeah.
New New York.
That's kind of scary. Just like, hey, we're gonna block out the sun because we need more space.
Yeah. Yeah, God, yeah.
You'd probably get your reverse solar panels.
Common theme, though. Like it's an Attack on Titan, Starfield, Futurama. It's a thing.
Rabbit people. Birth of the rabbit people.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you guys ever seen The Time Machine?
The movie.
Yeah.
Hot tub time machine, yeah.
No, just The Time Machine.
Okay.
Because like, I don't normally care for like older movies. A lot of times, I don't
Oh,
think
I
they
have
hold up well.
seen
Yeah,
that
because like The
movie.
Time Machine, dude.
The time machine doesn't move, but they like sit in a station and it's a really big gold time machine, right?
Well, the guy like he's like in 1930 or whatever,
Yeah,
and he
I've-
sits in it. And he
I've
ends up
seen
in
that
like
movie.
3000, and there's the Morlocks living underground. Yeah, really funky movie.
I had to watch that movie for a film class.
Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's kind of crazy how these guys are all predicting the future because you guys have been reading.
well, yeah, 1984,
Hmm.
because Orwell
Was a genius.
Yeah, but H.G. Wells is the guy that did The Time Machine. He also did War of the Worlds and things like that. But those kind of writers were dystopian future, you know, like especially like that's why Slew and I have been so hyper fixed on 1984, because you read some of the shit in there and you're like, wait, this was written 100 years ago. This is the life I'm living now.
Wow. I still got to read it. That
It's literally like a more accurate version of The Giver. A more realistic
that's-
version of The Giver.
That's fair.
You've read The Giver, right?
no.
No, because he was in South Hadley
That's
when we got
right.
assigned the Giver for a
Okay.
project.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's
I was living it up.
If you don't want to read 1984, read The Giver.
The Giver is basically about child molestation.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Absolutely it is.
Yeah, but
Nobody else wants to fucking own up to that, but that's what it's about.
100%. But like 1984 is quite literally what world we're living in today, because even the things that might not seem like obvious, you can connect them to another part of the life. Like the thought police is clearly like, you know,
Joe Biden.
is social media and
Yeah.
fucking Mark Zuckerberg.
I haven't
news
finished
channels.
it yet.
Yeah, but you know, it's this, and it's like it's this guy, and like he's living in this world where these people they're like not free. They can't think on their own in a lot of ways.
I've read it more recently. Let
Yeah.
me. All right, so the main character we're dealing with here, he works for the government already. So he's already higher up than 99% of the population he's living with. He lives in a fucking apartment like the one we're in right now, except it's a shithole. It's a post like World War II fucking shithole. Nothing's been rebuilt. Everyone's living in shitty buildings that were still like being bombed and shit. The world has been absorbed into 3 superpowers. So you have Oceania, East Asia, and then Eurasia. And all 3 powers are constantly at war. The only way to establish peace is to constantly be at war. And all 3 superpowers agree on this.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, the thought police, and there's people watching what you do, and these people aren't questioning their lives because they have things like football and gambling and alcohol to keep them occupied, so they have no interest in fixing the system or overthrowing the government because they have these staples.
Only poor people are allowed to have children because like the upper higher echelons of society are all celibate, and there's literally like a league of like celibate women going out and telling young girls to like not reproduce because only poor people reproduce, and the poor people don't even get to keep their kids. It's simply just to make more kids for the party. And there's like a Hitler Youth program for the children, and the children are trained to tell on their parents that they're living with if they're like doing anything they're not supposed to be doing. And
LGBTQ.
dude,
You'll notice similar patterns to your modern day world in that book. It's terrifying.
Wow.
What went from being a science fiction thriller is now a horror reality.
yeah.
That's creepy.
But also, like, you know, a lot of those books, similar, before we wrap up, one of my other favorites in that category is Fahrenheit 451.
I need to read that again.
You haven't read that?
I read
Okay.
that my
Yeah.
dad read that book to me when I was a little kid.
Hey, Bradbury's different, dude.
Did you see the edition that came out with a book of matches on the
Yeah,
back of it,
yeah.
and like people didn't get it?
Yeah, no, I love that edition. Have you read that one?
No.
So, 451 degrees Fahrenheit is the temperature at which books burn at. So,
Which we know from the Nazi Party when they
Yeah.
used to burn books.
so again, obviously, like the act of burning books is a symbolization of keeping
Destroying
people
knowledge.
from knowledge,
Yeah.
you
Right.
know. So it's like there's and
The
in
thought
this,
police
yeah.
all over again.
In this society, they have firemen, but they don't put out fires. They're responsible for burning books.
I actually read I think I read the Wikipedia plot.
Yeah. Well,
Of all this, but-
it's an interesting one, especially if you're into like dystopian and like how we ended up here and how the fuck did these guys know we were heading in this direction 100 years ago?
Yeah, there's another one of those.
History repeats itself.
Well, there's
That's
a bunch
how-
of them. Brave New World.
Yeah, I downloaded that on our Audible.
Mm-hmm. The Giver.
I couldn't get into that one.
Yeah, no, it's because each one is its own spin and it takes its own things, but you know,
Yeah, I'd like to get them in paperback just so I can absorb.
I think classic literature could be good for you.
So far, 1984 has been my favorite dystopian society
Same.
story.
I agree.
I gotta get to that.
And
But
you
any-
guys should too.
We love books. We love you guys. Thanks for sticking with us. We're gonna have a great fucking time going forward.
Don't become a slave to Uncle Sam.
And if you'd like to check out more of us, check out fnbros.com.
And remember, if they're banning information, go try to find that information.
Remember, your government works for you. You don't work for them.
Don't read fnbros.com.
No, read a fuck ton, overthrow your government.